Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Friday. Welcome back for another spicy episode of Charts. Fresh starts. I don't know, another stuff. Uh, it's Friday. How y'all doing? How you feeling? We have some updates here for the corn. Of course, the world, pretty typical chaos as always. I guess there's war talk. More war. Remember, Bitcoin is anti-war. Bitcoin is war resistant. Bitcoin does not like war. Bitcoin, unaware of war, doesn't take sides. But markets responding. Yesterday we saw some pretty severe dumps. Bitcoin down. Actually, the last time we were live Wednesday, we talked about if Wednesday traded lower than Tuesday, even intraday. I said if on Wednesday, if it trades below 108.3, a lot of you were here for this, then I would be looking for a move down to 106. Wednesday did indeed trade below Tuesday's low, and it did then dump. The charts always seem to know the news, man. They seem to know the news. Show me the charts. I'll tell you the news. Front running, the escalation or the war, whatever, Iran, Iraq, it is what it is. All war is bad. I disapprove of all war. Shot down to 106 and kept going, unfortunately. I opened long at 106. I'll show you guys that long in just a little bit here. It's underwater. Much better than it was yesterday. Man, traded down to 102.8, retesting, or we could probably say officially testing the 50-day moving average. June 5th got very, very close, but didn't actually touch it. Today, flying down to 102, 102.8. Buyers coming in, pushing that candle back up. Now facing resistance once again at 106K, right? Basically where I entered. Yeah, joy. Wonderful. Anybody else take any trades recently? Anybody take a trade at 106? Anybody short? Anybody go short on Wednesday on the break of Tuesday's low? That would have been a great trade. What's up, everybody? We do have the short vertical stream going, by the way. If you're on a mobile phone, you might want to be on that stream. It's very tall and thin. We have a main vertical stream. You can find that if you just go to the channel page, join the crew. I see Geek Myth, Big Boy, 𝐂𝐴 and over there on the vertical stream. What's up, boys? What's up? By the way, I can't actually show you because you can't see it on PC, but if you're on a mobile device, if you go to my channel page and go to, there should be like community tab. You guys can actually post charts to my community feed on YouTube now. This got enabled like yesterday. I don't know how I can show you. Maybe I can like take a picture on my phone, send it to myself. I don't know. I'm going to try to think of some kind of incentive for the first person to post there. I can't do it. Let me see. View community. I don't know if you guys see that button. Actually, someone just verify for me. Go to the channel page. Do you see a view community button or something along the lines like that? You guys can post charts. I'll figure out something to reward the first person that's able to post something. Let me see. Let's get that started. I don't know. It's just a new feature that got enabled literally yesterday. Why can't I open this in my browser? Copy image. There it is. All right. Do it the jankiest way. Can't do that. Copy link. God, I hate you sometimes, Discord. There we go. I don't know if you can see this, but view community, visit community, something like that. It's like right here. If you don't see this button, go to posts or community on the tabs. And let me know if it works. I don't know. Let's get into some charts here. Some interesting stuff going on. Short at 105.7 says Geek Myth. Honestly, the short at 105.9, today's high, probably in play. We are holding on to a higher low. That's good. 50 daily holding again. Here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see the 50 daily tested. I don't want to see it tested again. We tested it. Buyers came in. Buyers are going to be a little bit more exhausted here. They're not going to have that same energy on continuous further tests. I want to see buying action. I would love to see Friday today close above 105.9. Give us a hammer candle. Send us right back to 109. That'd be good. Does not allow you to post in there. I think it just comment on your posts. You should. That's what was enabled. So you've always been able to comment on those posts, but now you should actually be able to post things to the community. Kind of like a Twitter community. You know, on Twitter they have those communities. I don't really use ours, but that was enabled yesterday, so it should work. I don't know. Wish you can post charts in the chat. That would be wild, yeah. Anybody? Give it a try. I know that you can post there because I have the ability to like approve. Like I have a tab now in my studio to like approve them or unapprove them. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There it is. Probably can't see it on a short stream, but there it is. See, viewer posts. FinTube69, DSV, my man. There he is. There he is. Look, it works. It works. I'm gonna thumbs up both of those. Let's go. My man. My man DSV, always coming in clutch. Appreciate you. All right, I'll have to look at it after the stream. Peek back here in a second. You posted, let's go. You posted, it worked, let's go. Let's go. All right, man. I like the engagement. I like the energy today. Hopefully you guys are feeling good too. This sell-off, I don't know, man. It was at one point yesterday, it was like, oh no, man, maybe that 106 long was not a good idea. Feeling better about it now. This isn't the best. You know, we're not seeing like super energetic buying. Certainly this bottom wick is nice. We're up 2.5% from the low. We're gonna have to see how today closes, but feeling good. Feeling good, man. I like that we're holding on to our higher low here after a lower high. Really, this just suggests a flag of some kind. I don't really like flags in crypto. I would be more comfortable with a different pattern, but consolidation, we're seeing highs come down, lows come up, basically coiling up, looking for a large energetic move, and I think that's what's coming. I think we're going to see Bitcoin make another move to the upside here in Q2 of the year. By the way, next week, Wednesday, we have the FOMC. We have 𝐿, just to remind you. I've scheduled that stream out. We're going to be covering it live. Actually, I'm going to leave after that stream and go to the beach. I'm going to drive hours to go to the beach right after that, but you better believe I'm not missing it. Wouldn't miss that for the world, everybody. Those are our special times. Let's take a look at CryptoCraft. It's just a free news site for crypto. It's just like investing.com or whatever, but I like to use it because it's more crypto specific. Coming up in the next week, what do we got? We have the FOMC, of course, on Wednesday. What will happen? I'm gonna clickbait you. I'm gonna make you curious what will happen. You guys know what I think. I think nothing. It's possible that we hear first date for quantitative easing. It's possible that we hear a date for the end of quantitative tightening, but the odds of interest range, I hate to poop on the parade, man, but I don't think it's going to happen. So tune in on Wednesday next week at 1:30. We'll be going hard. I expect to see all of you there. It's mandatory. Yes, I know it's mandatory. Elizabeth Warren needs to be fired. Fire her. Get rid of her. Bitcoin's granny just got kicked straight down the stairs. You know, this really, I'll be real. Here's what I don't like. Okay, we'll jump right into the content. Here's what I don't like. I actually didn't even catch this. One, we got a death cross on the hour coming up. It's just an hour. Not like on a weekly, daily time frame. Not a big time frame, but certainly not a bullish signal. Using that as confluence, what do we have right here? 1059. Honestly, I probably should just close my long. I'll get that open. I'll show you guys in a second. Probably should close it. I don't like this rejection. Came down. Didn't quite make it to 1024. We have our really ugly looking bounce, honestly. This is a really ugly looking bounce. Right back to 1059 or 106 and rejection. 12 minutes left in this hour. You can see here on the day, price found resistance here, traded to the low point. We had the death cross. We had what I call the bottom of our range. Price came back up, interacted with that resistance again, ate away at it with higher lows before making a move back towards the all-time high, just to sell off again. Now, this resistance was broken, tested, but did not hold this support. We traded lower. Now we're going to have to battle with it again. And when we zoom in to these low time frames, like that's not what I want to see. That's not what I want to see here. Maybe I'll change the poll. What do you guys think? Should I close my long? Is it a good time to DCA Bitcoin? 56% saying yes always, 32% saying no. Let's get those yes always. Let's get that number up. But let me start a poll. Should I close my long? I'm probably gonna keep my coin margin long open, but I opened a USDT a dollar long. It's actually in profit. It's actually in profit technically. Because I did get a long. I did get a good position. Shit, I thought this was 7x. Weird. Okay, nope. Okay, yeah, I was like, wait, what's happening here? That's the coin margin one. That's odd. By the way, I'm trading on FEMX here, showing you positions on FEMX. Great exchange, no restrictions. Anybody can sign up using my link. Oh, I remember. It's on. I have 2 accounts. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell them. It's on the other one. Well, I have one logged in on my phone and one logged in on my PC. The login for that one. I think it's this. There we go. New device. Log in. Yeah. Liking these jams. You know, I mean, I love all electronic music, really. But I've never been like as much of a house fan. You know, like I can vibe with house. But I've been feeling it, man. I've been feeling just the no drops, just kind of vibing. I've been feeling it. Type this in, type that in, security, blah blah blah. We logged in? Logged in successfully. Here we go. I was like, how am I still in profit? That's not possible. I know that this long is underwater. Here we go. There we are. Down 5%, not bad. It is on 7x, I was right. Okay, down 6%, so not even 1% under the entry. Let's see what you guys think. Dubstep, hip hop, YouTube, tape B. What's tape B? I'll look it up after the live. I love dubstep. I do like hip hop, especially when mixed with EDM. Should I close? Should I close my long from 105.735? Currently minus, I'll say minus 6%. Let's close it, you madman, mad lad. There we go. There we go. Poll's away. Poll has been fired. You know, I put this trade out. I put it in the Crown Crypto group. Check out joincrowncrypto.com. I'm probably going to do a little exclusive stream in there later today. You can get a free trial and join us literally today. You can pop in. Gave this trade at 106, and you know, I put my money where my mouth is. Took the trade. I don't like this candle though. Maybe we'll figure out together. Biddy doesn't crash, baby. Just uses an elevator. It's true. It's true. You're on that meme coin energy. What's up, big boy? Nice mix in the background. Thank you, Richard. If you guys are looking at this mix, it's actually the same mix we're listening to Wednesday. We didn't finish it. It's by Kiffin Beats. It's a 4-year-old mix. It's got almost 5 million views. Check them out. But it's vibing. I like it. It's really good background. You know, it's like not distracting from what's going on. It's just complementing what's happening. I like it. Chat, 90 minutes looks bearish. Same with 2 hours, says Paul. Longing 𝐂𝐈𝐆𝐍 16Z. You know, Paul, I would agree, but I do like this. You know, this closes in 7 minutes. I do like this tag of the previous. You know, if we're gonna sell off, I do like that it tagged the previous candle open and now is seeing upside. Swept liquidity, moving back up. That's actually not bad. That's actually much better than I expected. 5 minute. 5 minutes still looking bullish to me, man. RSI keeping above the 50 for the most part. We did see this little area where the RSI could not hold, but it's actually holding not so bad here. Look at that 10 minute. A little heavy, I'll admit it. Okay. 30-minute, like, trying. It's trying. 45 minutes slowly rolling over. Maybe I won't close so long. Look at this. This money flow slowly rolling over. You have a very deep hit to RSI. No divergence on the way up for the 45-minute here. You could say there's bull div here, but those are too far apart. You shouldn't. That's sloppy trading. 50-minute rolling over, hour rolling over. A weak bear div here. Weak bearish divergence right here on RSI for the hour. Swing failure. 3-hour swing failure here basically on RSI. Refusing to move into that sold zone, moving back up. A lot of green dots painting. See how the poll goes. Let me know. By the way, guys, if you haven't, please do me a favor. Costs you nothing. If you could take 1 second, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure notifications are on. Make sure you've hit the like button, tap the screen. Engage. Engage. Goliath online. Engage with the stream, my friends. When you engage with the stream, YouTube shows it to new and more people, and that's how we grow. And we got to get the new people in here. If they don't find us, they find the Bit Boys, they find the Moons, you know what I mean? They find the other channels that are going to put them in the wrong direction. So what's up, 𝐂𝐴𝐳? Great stream. Thank you, friend. We're vibing today. Your credit is great. Same. What do I do with it? You just start a small business. My credit's great too, but what do I do with it? I don't know. I ain't never buying a house, I guess. What's up, Nia Patriots? Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Coinbase card. Yeah, so I don't want to shill the Coinbase card because I don't have one. I don't have one. I'm not even sure it's like actually exists yet. I think it's just like a product they're making. But let me make sure it doesn't pull up any of my info. I'm on the wait list. So I did see this posted by Coinbase, and I did very quickly jump onto that wait list. We'll notify you when Coinbase One Card's here. You're on the wait list. If you go to coinbase.com/credit card, you'll see it. If you don't have a Coinbase account, definitely use my link. It's in the video description below. Put it in chat here quick. tomcrown.io/Coinbase. Use my link. Helps me out. But this is giving me BlockFi card vibes. I don't know if any of you had the BlockFi card, and I know, guys, I lost money on BlockFi and Celsius too. Bad memories, right? But I loved that card. Did anybody else here have that card? It was black. It was beautiful. This card looks pretty dope too. I like this. I like the card. They are promising 2 to 4% cashback in Bitcoin. Cashback in Bitcoin, I think, is a great way. Here's what I like about this is I think it's a great way for non-crypto people who are maybe afraid to buy Bitcoin, right? It's like, oh, the price is too high. I'm too late. It's going to go to zero. I feel like it's a good way for those people to slowly get exposure to Bitcoin in a DCA style without even really being aware of it, right? They're just making purchases. You know, you get that 1%, 2% card or back on your card, and like, you know, what do you do with it? It just goes onto your, just like credits you, right? It's like it doesn't even exist. You don't even see it. Maybe some of you are min-maxers there with cards, but for me, it's like, it just doesn't even exist, the cashback. For this, it'll be like visible. You know, you'll see that Bitcoin amount increase over time. And I think it's a great way for people to be exposed to Bitcoin with minimal risk kind of exposure there. So I'll keep you up to date on it. I am in Coinbase's ambassador group, which, you know, is really nothing. Is nothing at this point. It's growing. But I asked them for more details, asked them if we can get it early, asked them if we can get like people whitelisted early and stuff like that. So I'll give you guys the update as soon as I get it. Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Who had that card? Let me see. I got the M2. I'll look at M2, JP. You love your Coinbase card? You have, I guess they have a different one. You had the BlockFi card, Crunk. Wasn't it dope? I loved it. You have the Gemini card? All right. It does exist. Use it all the time. So, all right. So I think that there is a Coinbase card already, but this is a new one, right? This is a different one. because this isn't out yet. You had the BlockFi card like this. Well, I loved it, man. Tom, I just told you for credit scores above 700, you can go to Chase Bank right now and get 150K, bro. Dude, bro, my credit's like 850. It's like maxed. You wish me good luck. Thank you, sir. I don't know how to pronounce your name. It is in a language I do not understand. Sold his soul to corporate greed. Someday I hope to sell my soul to corporate greed. You feel like BitBoy had decent content until about 2 years ago? You know when it was, honestly, Paul? It was like 2021 was the end of it. 2022 when he was covering SBF was good, but the peak had already been in. Just a wait list for now. Same. So, you know, I don't have it either. I love the concept, though. I think it's a great way to expose people to Bitcoin. I'm going to see if I can get, like, my mom to get one. Although my mom has Bitcoin, so. My FICO credit score is 10,050. I don't know. I have no idea, dude. My credit is perfect, though. I have perfect credit. Gemini card's dope. You get crypto right away. Yeah, the Gemini card. I was looking at it. They were at Bitcoin Vegas. I was looking at it, and I was like, that's kind of cool. But honestly, I kind of want Coinbase's for some reason. Coinbase, by the way, is going to be launching perpetual perps in the US. The rise of Coinbase, I think, is coming back, man. Coinbase used to be the most popular exchange when I started. And they really fell off because they were trying to play it right. They didn't want to. They were trying to play it kosher. They were trying not to break the law. They were trying to like be in this rigid structure from the last administration, and that really put them behind. And you know what's interesting is I'm neither Republican or Democrat. I think both the parties in the U.S. are absolute bullshit and run by the same billionaires and whatever. I'm neither, and I share views from both parties. I have views literally from both parties, or every party. I don't know. When it comes to regulation and government, sometimes I'm in favor, sometimes I'm not. And watching Coinbase actually changed my mind a little bit and made me a little bit more in the direction of deregulation, because I watched Coinbase go from the behemoth in crypto to just completely kneecapped. Every other exchange that came out could offer so much more, so much quicker. Of course, it didn't have the security of Coinbase, but like that regulation and trying to do it correctly and stay in between, in the lines, kind of wrecked their business largely. Just now, years later, they're like maybe fighting back. They're maybe, because now we have much more favorable administration, much more favorable kind of forward look for them. They're launching perps, they have options, they have all kinds of stuff. Just now they're catching up. So that's changed my mind a little bit. I've never been all about regulation. I just think some things need government oversight, specifically when it comes to things that I believe are rights, like food, shelter, water, environment, healthcare, things like that. Everything else, I don't think should really be regulated the way that we do. But that opened my eyes a little bit, man, because they are so far behind. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everything was good until the war news. Speaking of that, I got off topic here, as I always do. We're just shooting the shit. It's Friday. The war news changed things. I don't know, bro. Did it? Look at gold. Did it? It's like, let me change. There we go. Did it change anything? Look at gold. Tell me that gold didn't know that this was going to come. And when I say no, and I mean this was going to happen, what I mean is, tell me that this chart was not just preparing and front running, but like obviously signaling that there was something coming that was going to cause any stability that we were like really starting to regain to go away. This chart knew, man. We've been talking about gold, we've been talking about the structure. Look at this. Look at this beautiful inverse head and shoulders, but head and shoulders in front of you. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. On gold, on the daily. Look at this. Before the news, before any of this started, before we knew about any of this, we have drawn this. Of course, this is like it was a little bit off. All right, there you go. Right. We've been looking for this pattern, and what happened? The news broke. War was declared, right? And just played out the pattern. The pattern was already there, though. This chart knew. So, I don't know. I'm anti-war. I started that with, started the stream with this. Everyone here should be anti-war. Bitcoin is anti-war. It's not about that. It's charts know. I can't explain to you. Is it that charts move money and the markets so much that they kind of push the news, right? Gold starts rising, tensions get tight, people get kind of more paranoid because they're like, oh, gold's going up, something bad's happening, right? And then that causes things? Or is it that people either know ahead of time, insider type info, and so they push the charts? Or is it that some people, I don't know, are just like intuitive, or, they start doing it and that pushes the chart because they feel it coming? Or even, is it algorithms? Is the world, our events, possibly like connected with cycles and algorithms and equations like this on such like a finite mathematical level, right? It sounds crazy. Might sound crazy. It's Friday. We're just talking about crazy shit today. But like, is that possible? We see markets are cyclical on some level. I would be hesitant to say they are cyclical like this, like predictable in a mathematical way like this. Like, okay, well, every 62 days, some major event happens or something. But I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that reality is much more cyclical, much more mathematical, much more patternistic than we think it is. But look at gold. Gold knew. So I'm hesitant to say like that this thing did anything, right? And is it really news? Like, is it really new? I'm never downplaying, people getting hurt or anything. But like, is it really news? Hasn't conflicts in these areas been going on forever? And this really is just kind of the new scary, look what's happening thing. I don't know, man. Coinbase has Shane, Coinbase had a debit card. Yes. They have a debit card. So they're coming out with a credit card. That's what I was talking about. I don't like debit cards. I don't understand the point of debit cards over credit, other than, some people struggle to use credit responsibly. Like they, if it's not in front of you physically, you just aren't good at kind of budgeting, using your money wisely. I get that. Don't use credit cards then. But for anyone who can, I don't know. I don't get debit cards. You don't really have any protection. I like credit cards because if anything goes wrong, it's the credit card company's problem, not mine. That's what I like. Coinbase fees, though? Yeah. I mean, Richard, their fees are higher. We will see. Their credit card comes with like $500 of fee discount a month or something, too. We'll see if they change. I don't think that they will apply their spot fees to perpetual contracts because they won't be competitive. I think they'll be forced to look at the market rate, which is much lower than their spot rate, but we'll find out. Waiting on Facebook to talk about crypto. Do you guys, I just had this weird memory. Do you guys remember, and I couldn't tell you what year this is. You can tell me, chat. Do you guys remember when Facebook was looking to launch a stable coin called like Leo? Was it Leo? Am I having a Mandela effect? Did this never happen? And the whole world freaked out. Congress freaked out. Like, it was like the next day. Like, Congress was like, never gonna let this happen. Call Mark Zuckerberg. Like, they were freaking out. And then it didn't happen. Who remembers that? Do you remember when that was? Isn't it kind of crazy now? We see, like, who knows if these rumors are true, but we see maybe Walmart, we see Amazon talking about having their own stable coins. Like, it is possible that we are heading to a future where every major business just has its own stable coin, which is a weird future in my opinion. Libra. Thank you, Rock people. Libra. Isn't that weird now? Looking back, 2019. Thank you, Lamo. Libra in 2019. Leo coin. I think that is a coin. Libra, Leo. I was close. What a weird world where that was such a big deal, and now it's like everybody's doing it. Maybe everybody's gonna do it. Amazon and Walmart talking about that now. We'll see. Davin told them. We'll see. Like, you gotta be skeptical. You have to be skeptical when you hear stuff like this. How many times have we heard specifically Walmart and specifically Amazon when it comes to crypto. Like, partnering with shitcoin, WZY. You know what I mean? Like, we've heard it so many times. You gotta be skeptical. I don't doubt it as much, but I'm not willing to just swallow, and just say, okay, we'll see. We'll see. Just before COVID, 808 Hawk. Isn't that weird? It's SUI now? I don't know about that. Is it? Is it? That doesn't sound right. Because it was supposed to be a stable coin. It's supposed to be like a USD coin, right? Or was it supposed to be like a non-stable coin? This was 6 years ago, and I'm just like randomly thinking of it again, so my memory might be wrong. You guys know better than me. It's targeted against specific nuclear and military strikes. What's that, CLOS? By the way, this is the mobile stream. Okay, there you go. We'll live on the 45. We'll check it out. People still won't accept the fact that Bitcoin is no longer decentralized. Rashid Al-Khahifa. How do you figure that? I mean, like, people are welcome to their opinion on facts, which is weird. But if we are to entertain the argument that Bitcoin is no longer decentralized, right? Here's what we have to say is, if that's the case, it is still the most decentralized thing in existence, I would say. Maybe torrents. I don't know. Maybe torrents more decentralized. But like, certainly if Bitcoin is no longer decentralized, then no coin is decentralized. Because no matter how decentralized you think Bitcoin is, whether it's 100% or 0%, it sits at the top of decentralization. No matter what. So it's an interesting argument. XRP is your number 2. You love XRP. I sold most of my XRP at $2. I haven't looked back. Bitcoin has been co-opted by institutions. That was always the future, man. That was always going to happen. People holding altcoins 2 days ago were almost having a euphoric moment. Almost. They got blue balls. Greek myth. Am I going to go to NFT NYC? When is it? I got emails about it. NFT NYC. When is it? I can get to New York very easily. I can get to New York City very easily, is what I meant. The 24th? Ooh, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I go? You guys want me to go? Is my voice lagging a bit, or is it just you? I'm not sure. It's a good question. We've been having weird issues lately streaming. Could be. No voice lag. This might just be you. You'll be there June 23rd to 28th? All right. Geek Myth, are you in the Discord, bro? Discord.gg/TomCrown. If you're in there, let me know. Yeah, because you can't DM me on YouTube. But if you're in our Discord, let me know. I'll let you know. And if I'm there, we'll meet up. The beach would have been nice. Optical art. Steve. I love you, Steve. I love you, Steve. Steve's the man, by the way, guys. Go check out opticalart.com, the YouTube channel. I guess check out his site, too. You can check out his site, too. Love Steve. Steve offered me graciously to stay at one of his awesome beachy areas, but it just didn't work out. Love that man. We're gonna make it happen though. Here's his channel. Subscribe to him. Didn't work out this time. We will. You'll be there. You'll jump in. Yeah, all right, man. It's called XPR Network. Do I use StreamYard? No, I do not. I use OBS. Tariffs for the Black Swan. I do wonder. I wonder if we would have interest rate cuts if it were not for the tariffs. I wonder if we would have them already. I wonder. Probably not, though. Probably not, because, you still have all this trade deal uncertainty. It's not just the tariffs, it's the trade deal uncertainty, too. But the trade deal uncertainty is tariffs at the same time. I don't know. Yeah. Permissionless at the same time in Brooklyn? Audio crackling. Sometimes it does crackle. Let me see. Sometimes it crackles. I feel there's just been something weird about all of this lately. Let me throw on the noise gate. That might help. Let me know if this helps. Just curious. Let me know. Did that just get smoother all of a sudden or not? Some of the very tame comments about the new geopolitical events have not been displayed. You tried? I don't know, bro. I don't know. If there was a comment that was held for review, it would show it here. It would show it on my chat. It would just be grayed out and you guys wouldn't see it. I don't see it. I don't see anything. Nothing was held for review. That's on YouTube. Nothing I can do about that. YouTube is the judge, the jury, and the executioner here. Only next speak you want to hear Jerome Powell. Is this resignation speech? Well, you'll get that speech May 2026 for sure. I don't think there is an outcome where Trump keeps Powell past May of next year. You're noticing it too. Did it get better? KJM, did it get better? Do I have all messages selected on YouTube? I do. Yeah, live chat is all messages. Like, all messages. It's YouTube. They don't even give me the opportunity here. See? They don't give me the opportunity to show it. Because if it was something that was like on the filtered word list for my channel, it would show the message there. You guys just wouldn't see it. There's a blip in the audio. Seems to be gone. Okay. Crackling gone. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Ooh, Optical Art does have beach rentals. I don't want to shill your beach rentals for you, bro, but he does have some beach rentals. I won't say any more though. That's up to him. What's up, Plant Rigo? How you doing, bro? Over there on the short stream. I didn't even look at these charts, man. Like I showed gold clearly signaling unrest, uncertainty before it came out, before the news broke. Oil is spicy. I forget, somebody on Wednesday told me to look at oil, and I was like, well, you know, that's a crazy candle. Yeah, that's a great candle, but at that time, at that point, it hadn't actually gone anywhere. This was probably Wednesday. Is this Wednesday or Monday? What's going on? Why isn't this loading? My connection's good. I've been having issues though. Real talk. I've been having issues. Like the stream on Twitter will just not work for no reason. I don't know why. I didn't change anything. I didn't touch any of the settings. And then all week when I've gone live and I streamed to Twitter too, it just doesn't do it. I don't know. Okay, I think it was Monday. It might have been Monday. It might have been Wednesday. But basically, Monday or Wednesday when we looked at it, had a beautiful candle cooking. But it hadn't really done anything. I think maybe it had broken this downtrend. But it hadn't gone back to April 1st's high. And I said, you know, that's great, but it hasn't really done anything on the chart yet. That is now changed. Oil broke April's high, blasting today. I'm going to sound so dumb. Iran or Iraq, are they oil producing? Are they big oil producers? Because I thought that OPEC just cranked barrels. I thought they were just like, we're going to crank the barrels this year. Curious what your thoughts are. Why do you guys think that oil is so beastly right now? I don't really follow oil, so I don't know. Probably not the person to ask. I like that weekly time frame. Cranking. Looking for a wife. You'll hit him up. There you go. Get back to the Tom Crown crew. Do you rent beach whales? Yes, of course. Iraq is a big producer, as is Iran. There we go. Thanks, Vern. But not like the Saudis. Okay. Not the same. Elastic supply. Fair. So, probably. You know what? This is interesting, too. That news broke, right? Again, so this is a big theme of this stream today. The charts always know. I speculated different reasons or explanations. I don't know, though. Charts always know, man. This is the candle where we hear of this war going on, this new war, right? But look, oil all week. All week, oil has been signaling this. Same with gold. All week. Oil began breaking out before this news broke. Charts no, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Just is. On a bigger time frame, and maybe this goes to what Fern said, is that they are producers, but they're not the Saudis. You know, they're not the biggest. They're not the baddest. You know, this has really returned to a few month descending trend line, really pushing back to the, you know, the mean, the equilibrium, and looking maybe to reject from here, right? Not blasting off. Maybe like the Saudis are like, we're not going to put oil anymore. Kind of back to the mean. Maybe we see that chill out here. Maybe the top is in. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it if the top four kind of like this week, next week, whatever, maybe this month, if that was it. That was peak. Oil wild. Stocks, man, I'm still skeptical that they go back to all-time high, or that they at least blast off. You know, we've seen a lot of this in crypto lately over the last year, where you get like a higher high, all-time high, and just craps the bed. I'm just skeptical it's going there. It's taking its time. I will say this is a beautiful V-shaped recovery. That's strong. That's good. I didn't expect this to be so strong. I thought we were going to see this, or maybe to the 618. So it surpassed my expectations already, but still taking its time, right when the S&P is almost back to all-time high. All this news breaks, everything dumps. Very suspicious. Very suspicious. Total crypto, boring. Bitcoin CME. Let's see. We closed the gap. We closed the gap on the CMEs. Gap closed. There we go. That took a while. Last week's CME gap now closed. This is kind of cool. You look at CME's chart, and that daily low is like very clean. Very clean. It's down. Not a lot there on CME. We'll monitor that. Here's the kicker. Bitcoin dominance. I told you guys. Told you guys this is not done. Told you guys probably going to see some pullbacks here on these BTC pairs again. Dominance blasting off again. Holding its structure. Looking pretty similar to December last year. Going for higher highs, baby. Dominance is not done. Unfortunately, that means that the altcoins likely have more pain ahead in their Bitcoin pairs. I think you can have a breath of relief. I don't think that they're going to break their USD pairs, though. So, let's say Sol versus Bitcoin. Not so bullish here on this personally, Sol BTC. I think it has more downside to go, but I don't think it's going to trade lower than, or lower versus the dollar. I don't think that we're going to see April's low break here. Could trade lower than 143. But I don't think we're going to see April's low break. So, I think the USD pairs have bottomed. I don't think the BTC pairs have bottomed. Solana right back at entry. That could be another long. Could be. SPX almost at all-time. SPX 69,000. Almost back at all-time highs, rejected. Maybe you could look at entry at 120. This could be a trade.
Right, that's my home. Yeah, well, I can tell you this: when you start to wear, you might as well be in Chicago. We can hear you here.
There you go.
Even without the onion.
That could be a long.
Who is this young lady next to you?
She's one of my backup.
Something like that. That's not bad. 3 to 1. 120. Actually, I like that.
How do you like it in the evening?
Circle IPO actually climbing again.
Of course, this was one of your gold mine albums. Hit and Run. Oh, all of disco jockey.
We talked about a long from 103 to closing at 125. There we go. Boom. Close 25% gain. Wild. Haven't seen IPOs do well in a while. Oh, Professor Beans. Are you trying to get out of here? She might be locked in. Beanie Weens. You want to get out? I don't know what she's doing. She's probably looking for food. Always looking for food. It's her favorite activity. 88, nothing. Doge, nothing. Syrup. For Randy. Chilling. Looking for that entry maybe at 43. Hype trade from our live streams doing very well. Hype versus BTC back tested previous all-time high support. Looking for a move to the upside. USD from 39.5, 39.4 in the green. Let's go. Let's go. Beans. Professor Bean. She went to the vet yesterday. She was grumpy bean. Do you want to get out? One second, I gotta let her out. It's like, Papa, I cannot open the doors. I do not have thumbs. Papa. What do you think next week is going to be good? Let's see. It's a tough call, man. It's a tough call. Not sure. I don't have a confident answer for you, so I'm just not going to give you one. Tall blonde girl, how you doing? Been a while. Good to see you, dog. It's been quite some time. Invest in Bitcoin, but 90% maybe invest in some gold and silver. I agree. I agree, my friend. I'm all in Bitcoin. Don't be like me. It's too much. You don't need that much stress. You don't need that much stress. Diversify a little bit. Be a little more comfortable than me. Familiar with 𝐖𝐢𝐿𝐍, Jasper? Of course. I don't use them personally. I don't use them personally. 𝐖𝐢𝐿𝐍 are largely a great model to kind of comprehend markets movements. They're heavily vested in fibs, which I do use. I have a great video, actually. A great video on 𝐖𝐢𝐿𝐍. It's one of the more popular ones that we have on our channel. If you go to our channel, I don't know if you knew this, but we have awesome free trading course. If you go to the playlist, but if you just go to videos, you will find banging, top tier videos on all of your favorite topics, including 𝐖𝐢𝐿𝐍 right here. I have a whole video on it. Check it out. It's beautiful. They're all beautiful. Just show my own shit for a sec. There we go. It's Friday. It's Friday. And we're chilling. You know what? It's Friday, guys. It's quiet. This is probably the lowest viewership stream we've had all month, maybe. We got all the G's here, but like, it's quiet. People are quiet. People are checked out. They're ready to enjoy their Friday, and so am I. Here's what we'll do. We're going to be live again on Monday. Wednesday, we have 𝐒RPOW, the FOMC, the biggest, greatest, most important FOMC of your life. Don't miss it. Be here. Click notify me. Put it on your calendar. You better be here. You can jump in our Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. If you sign up with any of the affiliate links in the video description below, like BYDFI or FEMEX, anybody can sign up. There's no restrictions on those links. You will get into our VIP section in that Discord. If you're looking to invest in yourself, check out joincrowncrypto.com. We're going to be doing some exclusive content in there tonight. And I'd love to see you there. You can get a free week trial. Check it out. We're going to be live Monday at the latest, maybe over the weekend if we get a rally. I appreciate everyone for tuning in today. We're going to cut it there. Love you, fam. I will see you Monday. Crown out.